I quit my job when my wife was 8 months pregnant, and everybody thought I was crazy.
It's crazy, dude!
And from the outside looking in, guys, I absolutely get it. But what nobody saw was that I had already been putting in 2 years of work into my sports YouTube channel, and that channel was already making more money than I was making as a network engineer. What's going on, guys? My name is Mario. I'm a YouTube content creator, and I started the YouTube channel Football Nation, currently sitting at about 145,000 subscribers. And I've been doing YouTube full-time now for about 1.5 years. I started the channel 3.5 years ago. Honestly, it's crazy how I really got started. So I was a bartender way back when. This is pre-pandemic time, but then the pandemic hit and I was the first one to lose my job. All the bartenders, all the service industry, we all lost our jobs during the pandemic. And at that time, I still wasn't thinking about YouTube. I thought that I needed to go back to school.
That makes sense.
But I was, however, looking for sports and looking for live streams on YouTube, and I couldn't find anything. I found a bunch of other content creators, ones that you probably know of, but all of them, in my opinion, were missing something. And I thought that I could fill that niche. Now, you know, that's me just sitting in the chair in the living room thinking, oh yeah, dude, I could do that, sure.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
And then I started seeing the super chats and how much money these content creators were actually making during these live streams. And my mind was like freaking blown, because I saw these content creators going in there and making $1,000 a stream, a couple $1,000s a stream. And I was like, dude, if these guys can do it, why can't I do it?
If Nathan Lane can do it, so can you.
And I sat on that for a while, right? I didn't take immediate action right away. What I ended up doing was trying to go the more traditional route. I just lost my job. I figured I needed to go back to school, so I went back to school and got a degree in computer science. I ended up quitting bartending. I started to work in IT. I did my IT work for a couple of years, and I realized that I hated it, man. I did not really enjoy IT at all. What I enjoyed was sports.
Go sports!
That idea that I had in my head thinking, man, these guys are making so much money, way more money than I'm making with a college degree. Now that I've graduated at that point, like right when I graduated, I decided I'm gonna start this. And so that's exactly what I did. I started quick, I started dirty. I did not have the camera setups that I've got now, a camera 1, a camera 2, a green screen wall, multiple lighting rigs, a TV on this wall, multiple screen. I didn't have any of that stuff, dude. I literally had my laptop, a webcam, and to get it up to eye level, I put the laptop on top of a box of dog food so that the camera was at eye level with me. And it was like the most jerry-rigged setup that you would ever see. But I got it started.
I don't believe it, it worked!
And my first couple of live streams were terrible, dude. The lighting was off, the sound was bad, the play calling was too relaxed. I didn't have any energy or persona. I wasn't sure what I wanted to wear on camera. I didn't have a constant. There were so many things I was still trying to figure out. But I got started anyways. And getting started is honestly like 80% of the challenge, is getting in there and getting your snaps in, for lack of a better term. You got to get your snaps, you got to get your reps, you got to keep going. And so I did. My first live stream, maybe 20, 30 people checked in for that live stream. And so the next live stream, I'm like, okay, I can be better. I rewatched it. I said, I can do better, I can do better, I can be better. I went in, I did it again, and for months and months, I took Mr. Beast's advice of 1% better.
I'll be better, promise.
And that's what I did. We got 1% better every single time, learned what I could from OBS, learned what I could from the YouTube platform, learned what I could from the broadcasting perspective, and every day it got better. No fancy studio, no fancy cameras. I have the fancy cameras now, but I didn't then. None of that stuff mattered. The only thing that mattered was the energy and the effort that I was putting in and the fact that it was being recognized. So I showed up consistently and I did it a bunch, and finally it started to make money. 9 months later, my YouTube channel finally got monetized. And in my first year of monetization, I made, drumroll,
a few moments later.
So in my first year of being fully monetized, I made as much as my salary working as a network engineer. I made $56,000 in my very first year on YouTube. So not bad for my very first year being monetized on the platform. It took me 9 months to get to that point, but it's actually pretty cool to look at. I made $56,000 in my first year on YouTube making money. That was year one. That was October 2024 to October 2025. And in that time is when I actually quit my job. After just a few months, I realized that I had enough money saved up. I had 6 months of runaway because I had been working both jobs, right? Full-time YouTuber, part-time YouTuber, and full-time employee. And my receipts, I like receipts. This way you know that I'm not just making stuff up here. Here's a look at the last 365 days. In the last 365 days, my football channel has pulled in almost 40 million views. It's brought in almost 4 million hours of watch time. In the past year, 111,000 subscribers with the estimated revenue of $213,000, 199 million impressions, and 15% of the people who see the thumbnails have clicked on those links. That is the impression click-through rate. All right, let's break down where the revenue is actually coming from, because $213,000 sounds like a lot. It is a lot, but it's broken up in a bunch of different ways, and there's some of the pie that's actually missing from this here as well. So the smallest piece of the pie actually on this channel comes from shorts. In the past year, the channel off of shorts has only made $127. Shorts is not my niche. I'm a live content creator. That's really what I do. Now, when I look at the memberships, this year in memberships from people who have signed up to be channel members that have supported and contributed to the channel, those of y'all watching this live stream, I freaking love you guys. Thank y'all so much. There is strength in numbers. Memberships on this channel have amounted to about $10,000 for the past year. Super chats and super stickers and super gifts, that is straight up donations from people, that actually amounted to $19,500, almost $20,000 this past year from donations alone. Supers and gifts, awesome. I'm a firm believer, those of you guys who are watching this who also watch my football channel, I say it almost every single live stream, I never ask for financial contributions because the giant play button in the sky, YouTube, takes care of me pretty well. Without any super chats or without any channel memberships, which don't get it twisted, I am extremely thankful for all of you guys who have helped support the channel. That's $30,000 worth of income. That actually has allowed me to hire an employee, which we do have an employee here on the channel. That alone has allowed me to do that. But watch page ads on this channel is the largest portion of income for Football Nation. And that has brought in $183,000 in the last 365 days. That is without any super chats, without any super stickers, without any channel members, without any shorts, without any sponsors, without any affiliates, 100% watch page ads. That's the money that's coming in. What I'm not talking about is the money that's going out, and that's a huge piece of this puzzle here as well. So while you guys might be looking at me thinking, damn, this dude's making 200 grand a year on YouTube, pump the brakes. Football Nation is bringing in $200,000 a year on YouTube. Mario, not so much. Okay, let's take a look at the closer numbers. So there are expenses that come with running a YouTube channel, things that a lot of people will not talk about. So for me, for instance, camera gear, right? Camera gear. There are things that need to be purchased. These two cameras right now, the Sony ZV-E10 II, these two cameras here, these suckers cost about $1,000 a pop.
$2,000?
So you can add that into what we're doing. The PC that sits right here, this PC, about another $1,500. The desk, the monitors, the lights, all of that starts to add up. That is just hardware.
And some serious hardware.
This does not include the software. Software cost. You got to pay for Canva, which is like $15 a month. You got to pay for Epidemic Sounds. Epidemic Sounds is going to cost you, I don't know, like another $15 a month. If you've got video editing software like I use for Movavi, that could be for a year subscription, another $400. If you use AI models, AI platforms like ChatGPT or Grok, and you've got the paid versions of those, all of that adds up. These are all business expenses. Those are the small business expenses. Then you got to pay for YouTube TV. That costs $100 a month. You've also got to pay for NFL Sunday Ticket. You got to pay for Major League Baseball's pass. You got to pay for the NBA League pass. You got to pay for all of the other subscriptions that are going to be needed if you're going to cover these different sports.
You gotta pay the troll toll. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
Then you've also got to factor in the cost of an employee. Right now, I'm not going to tell you what my employee makes. If he wants to tell you how much he makes, he can absolutely tell you. I will let you know that he is getting a base salary plus a commission of whatever is made on the channel. Now, I could be an anomaly. I'm willing to bet there are a lot of people who are watching this video right now who also really just want to be able to quit their jobs and not have a boss telling them to show up at 8 a.m. in the morning for a job that they hate, which is what my position was.
Yeah, I hate this job.
I realized that I was expendable. I realized that I was just another number working in corporate America, and I was sick of it. I got tired of it, and I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to make some real money.
Real money.
Guys, I was making $50,000, $55,000 a year as a network engineer. I might have been one of the lowest paid network engineers in all of America.
You were like an underpaid son to me.
But my YouTube channel and my love for sports and football managed to save me from that prison that I was stuck in, that I had created for myself, because I am the one who went into debt to go to school to get a computer science degree because I thought that's what I was supposed to do, and I did not have to do that because that was trying to force a square peg into a round hole. Anyways, back to the point of this video. The point that I'm trying to make is that there is real money to be made from this niche, from watching sports and being able to build a community around these sports, commentating the games live.
There's serious money to be made, you know?
This video right now that I'm making is mostly just to explain that it's legitimately possible, man. I treated this seriously. This was not some, I want to make content because I think it's fun. I want to make content. Yeah, I do think it's fun, but it was not for fun. I was all business from day one.
From day one.
Few things that I absolutely had to learn to be successful on the platform. I had to learn how to show up consistently. So, luckily for me, the sports niche forces you into consistency because those games are scheduled way in advance. This is not like the video I'm making right now where I have to find time to make this video happen. The NFL schedule, Thursday, Sunday, Monday, that's happening every week for 18 weeks, you know that.
You are so consistent.
The second thing is that when you start, you don't have to be perfect. You're not going to be perfect. It's gonna be bad, dude, and that's okay. You will learn more from 10 bad live streams than you ever will watching this video, watching the next video, watching another one after that, learning or thinking that you're learning on how to set up a green screen. The best teacher in the world is failure. Go out there, go get it done. Even if it's sloppy, even if it's messy, cross the finish line, build your prototype, and then expand on it.
The prototype.
And then the third thing here, there is real money to be made on this platform if you treat it seriously. If you are trying to get onto YouTube and you don't have a game plan, you don't have a vision of where you want to go, you're just throwing slop at the wall and hoping that something is going to stick, that's never going to work. You need to focus on your content, whether that's being the most entertaining, the most educational, whatever it might be. Become the best that you can possibly be, and it will pay dividends. One of the things that really irks me is that people are like, oh, this guy is making a ton of money from what? For doing nothing? This dude's making money doing nothing, just watching sports? It's a lot more than that. We're building a community. We're giving access to these games to people who might be visually impaired, who might be geographically somewhere around the world where they don't have access, who might be facing a financial barrier. And what we do here is allow them to have a community, a sense of camaraderie, and allow them to feel like they're a part of the game. And that's priceless for a lot of people. So no, I'm not here to tell you guys to quit your job tomorrow. I'm not here to tell you guys that YouTube is some fantasy world where everyone is going to go out there and make money and that content creation is easy, because the truth of the matter is that it's not. It takes hustle, it takes grind, it takes a lot of work and consistency here, and you have to be willing to learn the game and put in the work consistently so that the numbers make sense for you to be able to leave that awful 9-to-5 grind that makes you just hate waking up in the morning. So if you guys want to learn how to make content like I make on my other YouTube channel, there is a waiting list down below for a course that will be released here in the upcoming weeks. If you guys want to get early access to that, sign up for the waiting list in the description down below. Keep an eye out on this channel for more additional content. I will be giving away tons of content for free, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys each and every time. So subscribe, smash the like button here on this video if you made it this far. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, let's effing go.